Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Here I am again with another pick a card. Today we are going to do a pick a card. I actually pulled some cards here to choose what the topic was for us. So this pick a card is going to be on like what new doors are opening for us. So these are the cards that I picked. I'll just show you. So we have 1111. The doors are open for you to new opportunities. Make a wish. And then we also got the Kawakawa card, which I've written. This is what Kawakawa activates for me. Matriarchal healing, open heart, element of water. Doesn't activate grief or pain, more so like soothes it, transmutes it. Community, veins, love, strengthening of bonds and wisdom. And then also Sekhmet. Sekhmet is ancient Egyptian Kemetic divinity. Sorry, I just heard something and was wondering what that was. Anyway. Yeah, if you're unfamiliar, Sekhmet is a lion divinity. They are connected to the sun god, Ra. I think birthed from Ra. I think they're actually so-called masculine energy, and I'm just thinking of the story, which I'm sure I've shared before on here at some point, but the story that I always go back to is the one where they were angry at humans or in the world, at the world, because of the things that were happening, and they like went on like a kind of like a wild rampage, and I think blood was shed because of that little blood drop there, and then Ra was like, oh, hold up, you're like actually like causing havoc, so let me like help you transmute that. And so they transmuted all that rage and hurt into healing and change. So yeah, I've written rage, healing, sacral, and root energy center. So the lower energy centers, which is where we hold like all of that, like our trauma, our rage, everything sits there, and that's like kind of where our womb space is as well. Our nervous system, holding all that memory. Yeah, so Sekhmet is a very protective force. Yeah, so I did want to speak on these energies like collectively for us first. So like what collective doors are opening for us, and then I'll get into the pick a card. But I guess just briefly, with this being the message, yeah, there are new opportunities opening for us that Source wants us, I heard, to discover, and step into. And also with make a wish, like I feel like Source wants us to, or is encouraging us to dream, dream big, especially when it comes to like healing what we want to see within community. When I think of Kawakawa, I think of how it grows. Like it grows so well, like together. Like I don't know if you've ever seen like massive, don't know what to call it, like trees or rako of Kawakawa like growing together. And when they're growing together, there's like something so powerful about them. A friend took me once to, especially when it's by the water, a friend took me once to a little hidden kind of spot close to like the water, the sea, or like the bay area. And I remember being like almost overwhelmed with like how much kawakawa there was, how dark it was. It was really dark because of the nutrients in the soil from the water. Yeah, so I guess with that, Source is There's lots of healing being encouraged, and sources opening doors for this, for us to transmute a lot of the rage and pain. And obviously there has been a lot of bloodshed, yeah, particularly at this time. And I'm hearing source reminding us collectively, like, just to, like, not that there's anything wrong with being angry, but they're telling us that we can transmute that into change within community through continuing to connect to our hearts, continuing to, I heard, search our hearts as well. And so maybe like feeling into that grief and pain, because when I think of Kawakawa, the times that I need it for mamai, for pains like that's in my chest, like sometimes, I don't know if you'll ever get this, but you know when like you're going through grief, or like your heart's broken or something and your chest is literally sore? Do you all get that? Like I'll literally be like, ow. So yeah, Kawakawa helps with that as well. If you are in Aotearoa or have access to Kawakawa, I suggest getting it off someone that knows the tikanga around picking it, is able to harvest it for you. If you're in Tamaki or in Aotearoa and want some Kawakawa, I actually did a post recently on my story saying that if anyone needed some that is in Aotearoa, I'm happy to pick and send it to you. Or yeah, if you know someone that offers it or sells it in an ethical way, go hard, because it's really helpful for like feeling into the pain and then like transmuting it as well. So that might be a herb. I called it a herb, but you'll know what I mean. That can help transmute some of the fiery energies too, because Sekhmet is fire. And Sekhmet, when I think of Sekhmet, Sekhmet can be quite intense. So maybe Kawakawa is bringing some coolness to our hearts as well. Through everything. We may also collectively be going through, I am seeing like pointed out to a matriarchal healing. So that could be within our matriarchal lines, like personally, like, you know, and yeah, however that resonates. Also with Kawakawa, it's a really beautiful time for us to like support one another, activate that heart-to-heart resonance, check in with each other. And again, making a wish, dreaming of the community that we want to see, how we want to see change within the collective, thinking and even talking about how we can transmute that. I also heard sharing tea as well, bringing not even just Kawakawa, but bringing in like herbs and plants and sharing them and having conversation is also like a really beautiful way of bringing in some healing and transmuting energies together. Yeah. And I also wanted to point out the strength of Kawakawa and the darkness of the actual Dako, like what the fuck is it called? The trunk. You know, when you see Kawakawa, if you've ever seen Kawakawa in person, the trunk, does that sound so weird? Is like really dark, even darker than this, like almost black. And that kind of makes me feel makes me think of like the shadow, the unknown parts of ourselves, and absorbing like the feminine power of Kawakawa, and just generally for this reading. And then again, like I said, Sekhmet is the masculine, so, or the so-called masculine. So balancing our giving and receiving as well. If we're too much in this energy as well, we can bring forth this energy. I hope that that makes sense. So yeah, so I guess this will be our piles, or these will be our piles. So pile number 1 is 111. Pile number 2 is Kawakawa. And pile number 3 is Sekhmet. Sweet fam, see you at your pile. Okay, pile number 1, you chose the doors are open for you to, wait, what? The doors are open for you to new opportunities. That doesn't even make sense. The doors are open for you to new opportunities. Does that make sense, fam? That doesn't sound like it makes sense to me, but whatever. That's your card. So that's cool. There's like new doors open for you. And I guess your ancestors, source, the divine, really want you to embrace this newness. If you've been hesitant about moving forward in anything, I guess this is your sign. I'm just going to pick an oracle card from this deck by like a really beautiful, I think Ethiopian, Jamaican artist, if I'm not wrong. Their name is Gabrielle Tesfaye, and this is Centering in the Darkness deck. I don't know if she still sells them. Yeah, she's Jamaican, Ethiopian, and Indian. This is her actually. I'll put her Instagram up on here because she posts some like real beautiful paintings. Okay, I'll just pull one of these oracles and read the message in the book because they're really beautifully written, and then we'll get into some tarot. What doors or opportunities are opening for you? What new doors and opportunities are opening for pile number 1? Group number 1. What new doors and opportunities are opening for pile number 1? We have moon manifestations. I'll hold this up while I read it because it's such a beautiful card, and then you guys can actually look at it properly. Okay. Here she sits under a starry, moonless sky as the city sleeps around her. She has let go of so much until she fell empty and fully jumped into the void of life's mysteries. She has allowed nature to guide her for so long and allowed the lessons of karma to break her old conditions and rebuild her. After 100 nights, the night came when the moon was invisible in the sky and something changed within her. The threads of nature guided a pen into her fingers. An old journal flew into her lap and flipped to an empty page. Magic bled from the deep void of her heart and into a black puddle on the ground. She dipped her pen in it, ripples echoing within the darkness of the ink with an intent so great, and she began to write the rest of her life with what she found within that night. This is a message to recharge your manifestations after a long time of spiritual fatigue. Manifesting comes from a direct channel of your inner willpower, and you are supported to begin the powerful practice of manifestation in your life now. Manifestation is a practice that also helps you to truly understand just how much you are a creator. Just how much of a creator you are of your waking reality. Let a new manifestation practice deeply guide you into the remembrance of the divine designer that you are. Begin to study the workings of manifestation and write everything you learn. Writing is a very important element of this card. This could look like revisiting past practices you used to do or starting ones you always wondered about. You are also being called to work with the powers of the phases of the moon and align new and full moon rituals to your manifestation work. If you already have rituals for every moon, innovate new elements into your ritual routine. See how further you can stretch your meditations, push yourself to become more detailed in your writings, study new herbs and incenses you have yet to work with. During the next new or full moon, closely study the energies both within resourced information and the changes within your body. If you pull this card with moon manifestations, this is moon manifestations. If you pull this card, you are being asked to use the healing powers of writing to support your metamorphosis. The ancestors of many ancient societies knew the power of hand to script. They covered walls and temples with sacred writings and codes. Give birth to this practice in your life by writing little notes of encouragement to yourself and place them in your home, on your mirrors, bedside table, and your doors. That's so beautiful, and that's so cute because like this was your card fan, make a wish, and I feel like Source is like really wanting you to work together with them. The divine wants to work together with you to create. I also heard like creating out of your pain, so like, you know how sometimes we can go through something or we can see things happening collectively or experiencing things collectively, using that to like I said in the collective reading, like channeling that onto paper to create what you want. And yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. I will pull some tarot. We'll ask, yeah, what new doors exactly are being opened for you. What new doors are being opened for pile number 1? What new doors and opportunities are being opened, experiences are being opened for pile number 1? What new doors and experiences? What new doors and experiences are being opened for pile number 1? Whoosh! Card flew out, fam. We have Iku, which is death. If you do not know death, look at the grave. We have Aye, the world card. Unity is the real thing. We have Suru, patience. The heart of the wise man lies quiet like limpid water. We have Abu, security, 10 of Pentacles. While the sun is shining, bask in it. And the last card that like literally flew out is 9 of Hearts, Ibukun, blessings. He who wakes up early in the morning receives abundant blessings. Some of you might need to wake up a little bit earlier, or that would be when you're like writing as well, like giving yourself more time to like script and write and journal. So the new doors that are opening for you are really just a really deep, beautiful transformation, fam. Like death, the world card and the temperance card, this patience card. I feel like everything is changing for you in some ways. You may have even gone through a really like intense transformation, because the death card is Scorpio. So like within your subconscious, within your emotions and stuff like that. You could have gone through a physical change as well, or there is a new opportunity coming for you in regards to a physical change. So this could be, with the world card, could be moving, could be travel, something like that. Could even be like changing work or jobs. there's definitely a new like material wealth opportunity coming up for you, like money. But for me, that also means like what 10 of Pentacles, like what you're building ancestrally, generationally, like that generational wealth as well, is really being opened up for you. There's a really big, like, it's like you've gone through this, or you're going through this, take it as it resonates, death, rebirth within yourself. Then there's on the inside, then there's the physical change that comes, and a cycle that's completed in your life. And then this is leading to, this could particularly be your current energy because of the order that I've pulled it. It doesn't have to be this expansion. And this is a real still energy. So things might be quite still at the moment for you. Or you could be entering into a stillness where you actually like might need to be a little bit patient. But this stillness is that opportunity for you to manifest, quote unquote, to create and really like reflect on the changes that you have gone through, the transformation that you have gone through, because they're really big. This is like, these 3 cards are major arcana. So major arcana in the tarot, yeah, it symbolizes like the major energies. I don't know how else to put that. Be patient with yourself and your growth, and be patient with others. And it's a really good time, yeah, for meditation and to think about, yeah, the ways you want to expand outside of like your limiting beliefs or thoughts or things that people have said to you. Like these changes that you have gone through are a new opportunity, even if you weren't seeing it as that or aren't seeing it as that. It's a really beautiful time for you to like it said, make a wish. And so yeah, you're entering into this period of security with this blessing card. This is like literally the wish fulfillment card. Like I always say, emotional contentment, emotional fulfillment as well. And that's what's opening up for you, which is like this is such like a perfect energy, to be honest. Obviously life isn't perfect, but I feel like your ancestors and source are working with you to create like the stability you want, the material wealth that you want and need, and also just to feel a little bit more, or to feel more like satisfied, and work on your dreams, like the things that you know that are in your heart that you need. Because again, you've gone through this deep transformation, so you know yourself a lot better. There's Iya, or like the Empress at the base of the deck, which is like you're in a really fertile period. And this came up in one of the shorter collective readings on, I think I posted on here, that fertility. Could be a parent, you could be a mom, could be pregnant. Oh wow. I just split the deck, and there's Oba, which is the Emperor. So the Emperor and the Empress. So for some of you, this wish fulfillment that you're wanting has to do with another person. Like you might be asking for commitment or deeper commitment, or you might be asking for, yeah, I guess that's just how I'll put it. You might be wanting like a connection with someone or something. That I would say that would be like more for those that it resonates with on a romantic level. Or if you're already with someone, there may be like more like money coming through, more physical security as well, where you're gonna be able to like rest a little bit, if that makes sense. But you might, yeah, need to be patient. I'm hearing that it's like important for you to like enjoy your days as well. And so maybe that's also why you're being called to wake up a little bit earlier. What new opportunities or doors are being opened for? Your patience will be rewarded for pile number 1. Udu. Every door has its own key. This is making me think like, this is the Wheel of Fortune, by the way. Yeah, the door's already open. And when I think of this card, it's like the fortune is in your favor. Like, what do you want? Like, yeah, what do you want? Because the door is open, the change has already happened. Ask for it. There's 8 of Pentacles at the base of the deck. So this has to do with like long-term stability, work as well. What you want, like your prayers or whatever, when it comes to like your long-term goals as well. I also feel like it says with a little seed of imagination you can grow a field of hope. And I was seeing that like through this manifesting time, and also through like your past, like things that you have been thinking about as well. Within your imagination, or the things that you have, been imagining for yourself, about to grow. I feel like they're also saying you have different options. Like, it's not just like one, there's not just like one thing that is being opened up for you. This is kind of like, this to me also makes me think of a crossroads. Like, which way do you want to go? Or like, you know, when you swing those like wheels, like, what are those called? When people are playing games and there's all those different options on a wheel and they like spin the wheel and then see where it lands. It feels a bit like that. Yeah, it's like lucky dip. I don't know. Okay. But I don't think you're going to get something that you don't want. I think the lucky dip is out of like a bunch of things that you want. And then it's like, spin the wheel. Like, what is it this time? I don't know. Okay, what new doors are opening for you? What new doors are opening for pile number 1? What new doors are opening for pile number 1? What new doors are opening for pile number 1? One more, please. What new doors are opening? We have 10 of Cups, fulfill. Muse, those at peace worked for it. Yaba, Ina, Queen of Fire. Fire surrounded by elders cannot burn you. Ijoye, Ife, Prince of Love. If the moon loves you, why worry about the stars? And Igbadum, pleasure. 9 of Pentacles. Once you carry your own water, you will learn the value of every drop. Yeah, so there's definitely something here about community as well, with the 10 of Cups, and then also this Queen of Fire card, fire surrounded by elders cannot burn you. I feel like opportunities that you're walking into is like, again, to feel really fulfilled, but fulfilled in community. Through this change that you have undergone, through this like rebirth or transformation that you have gone through. I also feel like this newness that's opening up for you is also to do with your confidence. The divine is really helping you feel more charismatic, feel more sexy, and like magnetize things towards you, or things becoming a bit more effortless, if that makes sense. And I think through your patience and through your stillness, through your meditation and everything, when I see elders, I see like specifically your ancestors coming around and surrounding you as well. You might experience as well new relationships, like fresh relationships within community that make you feel secure and stable. There might also be like a connection that comes up that is linked to a material opportunity. So you might meet someone new that has to like, that links you to something that offers you like a job or something like that. Within your act, if you're already with someone like in a romantic sense, there might be a refreshing of the energies in your relationship as well. This refreshing, regardless of what kind of connection or where you're at, is going to bring some sort of independence to you. And I do see it as a material thing. So like you might receive something like, again, like a job offer or something physical or tangible that will help you feel more stable and then independent. Everything that you're going through is teaching you, literally, like it says, once you carry your own water, you will learn the value of every drop. Everything that you're going through or have gone through is helping you like know the value of yourself and what you carry. And also I hear the value of like your dreams and wishes. I feel like Source wants to remind you that your dreams and wishes that you want for yourself and your life are really valuable, and they really want to work at creating that with you. At the base of the deck, there's Four of Pentacles, control. So again, I'm seeing that as like, make sure that your boundaries, you know what your boundaries are as well. Or maybe your boundaries will be getting stronger, but also at the flip side of that is make sure not to be hold on too tightly to things as well. Yeah, my love, so I will leave that there. If you feel drawn to another pile, feel free to go and listen to that. If you'd like a personal reading, that's all down in the description. Please like, share if you feel called to, share with a friend, share with someone that you feel like might need this. Yeah, and if you would like to give us a koha, you can do so through our PayPal, or if you'd like to gift us something else, just email us. Yeah, I will see you in the next reading. Pile number 2, you chose Kawakawa. So the doors that are opening for you are doors to your heart. In particular, you may have gone through like quite a big healing recently or something. There might also be a lot of healing, particularly like individually for you within your matriarchal line as well. Doors that are opening for you as well, definitely, I don't know if I just said this, but like to do with community. So it's a really beautiful time for you to connect with others that you resonate with in a heart way, like have the same values as you, love the same things. Yeah, there's reminders here that there's strength in community. So really strengthen your bonds with those that you love as well. That might be something that's happening because there's a lot of wisdom there. Okay. I'm picking a card from this deck for everyone. It's like an oracle deck called Centering in the Darkness by Gabrielle Tesfaye, who is a Jamaican, Ethiopian, and Indian artist. I'll put their, I'll either put their Instagram here or in the bio if you want to follow there. They have some really beautiful artwork. Okay, and then I'll read actually from this. No, I put it back. What messages do you have for pile number 1? Pile number 2, sorry. What doors are opening for pile number 2? Here we go. We have Return of the Mermaids. Oh, I just opened it to exactly that. Okay. There is a great power returning to the earth, and it is connected to you. The spirit of the earth is radically transforming, and you with it. Return of the Mermaid symbolizes an innate sleeping power within you ready to open its eyes. You are encouraged to not ignore the urges and feelings you have related to this power. Perhaps you have felt the urge to speak up more, maybe have an idea for a project, practice, or a new way of life living in your mind. There is something asleep in the waters of your being ready to come out. Your changing interests, your joy, your anger, your impulses, study what they are trying to tell you and are triggered by. This is a personal quest and one you must answer to alone. What you find here will be an important ingredient to radically shifting your life. As I was reading that, when it said open, sleeping power within you ready to open its eyes, I saw in my mind's eye like 2 eyes like in the water opening up and then like looking around, like suddenly like widely awakened, kind of like, I almost want to say like a baby, but so a new door that is opening for you is literally the door to yourself, a new version of yourself, a new part of yourself that is being awakened. So I guess Source is really calling you to embrace that. And it's interesting because Kawakawa is connected to the water element, and this is connected to mermaids. So you might be also really connected to the element of water as well, and maybe really connecting more deeply to your intuition, to your emotions, to your subconscious, because those things are all connected and they all bring us messages that we need to decipher. Yeah, and what you love as well seems to be like quite connected to those other things that I just said. Okay. Also just wanted to point out centering in the darkness is at the base of the deck. And then there's Ocean's Grief too. So you may be finding or being called to find your power within the unknown, like saying that there's this new like awakening. It might be something you're experiencing that you haven't experienced before, and that may have been birthed out of grief with the water, you know. But I feel like, yeah, you're reminded to like lean into it, not to be scared of it, not to be scared of your emotions or the intensity of your emotions, because there's life in them. I want to use these cards. Okay. Now I've got some information to do. You might also be a dreamer as well. It fell out on me. Now I've got some phone number, some information to do. Thank you for this reading. Thank you for pile number 2. What new doors and opportunities are opening up for pile number 2? Ace of Swords, the World. What new doors and opportunities are opening up for pile number 2? Knave of Pentacles reversed. What new doors and opportunities are opening up for pile number 2? Ace of Cups. What new doors and opportunities are being opened for pile number 2? Eight of Swords reversed, and that fell out on the floor. And then we have the Lovers at the base. Okay. So particularly there's like big changes, cycles coming to completion within your mind, your thoughts, the things that you say as well. I was getting that like, again, coming through. What you say is really, really powerful or needs to be heard, or the way that you speak might be changing as well. But there might be like new opportunities to voice your thoughts, voice your opinions, even about the world with the World card, or different changes or events as well. With the Knave of Pentacles reversed, I kind of saw that as it flew out over there, so something that you're releasing. I feel like a door is shutting to like stagnance and moving too slow as well. Not laziness, but like feeling a bit lethargic as well. That might have been something, or not really having much opportunity as well, moving too slow with the Knight of Pentacles. Like the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest card in the deck, so reversed, it's quite like stagnant. And also I feel like there's like a lack of confidence as well, so you might be finding more confidence in your voice. There could also be a new opportunity with someone else with the Lovers. So this doesn't have to be romantic, or it can be platonic as well. But the Lovers is also about communication. I feel like as your energies are balancing out within yourself, that shadow and that light, like we were talking about, like the unknown is kind of, I feel like, coming to light and being awakened. There's this harmony within yourself and your own energies. I wanted to say like making love to each other. There's this procreation that's giving birth to something new within yourself and your own spirit. Yeah, and it has to do with your voice and with Ace of Cups. It also has to do with like something that you're either giving or receiving emotionally. You might be having a conversation with someone you like or someone you love, getting the strength to speak about something and move out of like self-limiting beliefs, behaviors, anything that was like weighing on you, keeping you stuck as well. Because Taweret, the hippo divinity, ancient Egyptian divinity, is a divinity of birth, rebirth, fertility. And then the crocodile's like on their back, like kind of like weighing them, or like, and it has to do with the mind too, the thoughts. So try to like release any thoughts that stop you from kind of stepping into this like awakening. I want to pull another card. Also with the Kawakawa, receiving love, you know, when I think of the feminine, I think of receiving. So you might need to receive more too. Someone might want to share their cup with you. Yeah, some of you might be getting into like a new commitment or relationship, or deepening one. And this again doesn't have to be romantic. What new doors and opportunities are opening up for pile number 2? What new doors and opportunities? Ten of Swords. So you might be having a conversation about past things, or this could be coming up in your thoughts as well. The reason that these things are coming up is for you to clear them. Could come from your childhood, could be to do with a child. If you have a child and they're talking to you about something, it's really important for you to listen and have that conversation and take them seriously. You might also be talking to someone you're in a new connection with about your past, or they could be sharing that with you. I also heard peace offering, so there could be someone from past as well that you're having a conversation with. But generally, there's some past things coming up that are needing to be dealt with and cleared. And I feel like you're also, a door that's opening is you're also going to gain clarity on the past things that have happened, why they happened. Yeah. What new doors and opportunities are opening up for pile number 2? We have Six of Cups. Yep. There's that like connection with someone else, and Queen of Cups. Four of Wands. So yeah, there might be something to do with family. Again, matriarchal. Queen of Cups could be your mum, a feminine figure in your life, that things are coming up. I heard triggers. So if you're particularly triggered at this time, and it's not like a direct trigger, look at your like matriarchal lineage, your mom, your grandma, or like the feminine connections that you've had around you. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a woman, or so gender specific. It could be someone that you were around that just had that like more nurturing energy, mothering energy, or embodied that in your life. There's also changes happening in your cycles coming to a close within like connections that you've had for a while with the Six of Cups, because this is past again. So if friendships are ending as well, or connections are ending, or like let them. But there is something here to do more so with like family. If there is a specific person that this has to do with that's not like your mum, they could be married. I feel like new doors are opening as well for you to like really learn how to nurture yourself, and growing in your emotional intelligence. Yeah, learning how to nurture your emotions, again, your emotional body. There's a lot of wisdom that's being birthed through this time for you. What opportunities or doors are being opened for pile number 2? What new opportunities are coming through for pile number 2? King of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So stability, like someone is potentially, so there's a few ways I can read this. There's like an offering of stability coming to you. So something long-term. This could be to do with work. This could be to do with finances. This could be to do with like home, like actual home. This could be to do with a relationship as well. So you know how I spoke about someone wants to offer you something. If you're in like a romantic connection or something like that, they might be wanting to take it to the next stage, or like offering you something more substantial. I feel like your inner child is wanting to show you, even if this is a creative opportunity, your inner child, or it could be your children that are trying to, or the children around you, are gonna point something out to you. Or there's something that, you know, when kids say something like randomly and you're like, oh, that was true. Like that could be something that happens to you. Or your inner child, with the things that have been coming up in the past, and particularly in alignment with relationships and connections and cycles ending and like your own nurturing and stuff, really want to point something out that's being stabilized in your life, or there's like an opportunity that is connected to your emotions as well as your stability. I hope that that's not so confusing. That's really going to bring you some harmony, and maybe like there is the potential in the future for you to be juggling a little bit between like home and work, or like work and rest or something. So just be mindful of that. Like could be a bit of a juggling act when it comes to like family, home dynamics and stuff like that. But yeah, there's an opportunity here for more balance in your connections and your material world. What new opportunities are coming through for pile number 2? What new doors are being opened for pile number 2? Knight of Chalices. What new doors are being opened for pile number 2? 7 of Wands reversed. What new doors are being opened for pile number 2? The High Priestess. What new doors are being opened for pile number 2? King of Cups. Queen of Wands. 8 of Wands. With 10 of Cups at the base of the deck. Lots of healing for your fam. And yeah, again, there's like this Queen of Cups, King of Cups. So whoever this person is, whatever environment this is, there's a lot of intimacy. There's a lot of love that's being shared. I feel like your intuition, sorry, I just turned on my heater, is very like, sparked right now, and you can trust your intuition and your like psychic senses and awareness, again, because you've been awakened. There's something that's been awakened within you. Something that is being released is like competition, or with the 7 of Wands like reversed, any like, I want to hear say strife, or like some intense struggle that you had been going through, particular with a relationship, is ending. Yeah, and any competitive energies, whether this was with someone that you are with or have a connection to, or any like just hardships, there's a refreshing of your relationship, and your relationship to self. Even with some more playfulness I see coming through for you, and a real big expansion of your heart with King of Cups. Yeah, there's an offer coming in for you. Like, let me show you what I'm looking at. Ace of Cups. It looks like this, but it's like Ace of Cups. And it looks like the King of Cups coming to the Queen of Cups, and then this is at the base. So what's at the foundation of this physical stability is that's coming to you is a really big offering of love, or even if this is a work opportunity, This is something that's really going to expand your heart. So if you get an opportunity, I heard a call, come through, take it, because I think it's going to be something that's really going to grow you to the like next level and chapter of your life. It's going to make you feel good as well. Again, whether it's a relationship, whether it's work, but there is something tangible and physical about this that's going to help you grow. And quickly, with the Queen of Wands, this opportunity is firstly going to quickly grow your confidence. I just want to say this could be particularly for one person. You could be receiving like a message, like I said, a call or a text or communication from someone with the Queen of Wands energy. So Queen of Wands is someone that's charismatic, confident. You might find them attractive, or they may have a very attractive energy. Someone that's creative, someone that doesn't kind of like search outside of themselves for their confidence. I don't know if that makes sense. So that could be a hint for like the communication that you receive. But I also see this as the energy that you are embodying, stepping into this quick, confident, like fast moving, and not in a like negative way, creative, confident, sexy energy. There's like a real like belief in yourself that is being activated here as your heart expands, as you ground, as you receive more love, as you give more love and community. So yeah, I will leave that there. I hope that that resonates, makes sense. I'm sending you heaps of love. If you feel drawn to another pile, feel free to pick another pile. If you need a personal reading, that's all down in the description as well. Please like, share, subscribe if you feel called to, and if you feel called to give us a little tip for our time, our PayPal's down in the description. Hey fam, you chose pile number 3. I'm trying to do this quickly before it gets dark. You chose the Sekhmet card. Yeah, I feel like you have undergone a really, really big transformation, especially like transmuting like any hurt or anger, rage, like trauma as well. Yeah. So sending you heaps and heaps of love. I feel like ancestors and the divine are really proud of you as well. And this is also a reminder that in your transformation, as the doors are opening for you, you're also really protected, because Sekhmet is a really, really strong protective force as well. I also feel like a new door that's opening to you is like sexual, sensual confidence within the sacral. Like, also, I want to say if any of you have gone through any SA, sounds silly to say things to not get demonetized or whatever, sexual abuse, or any trauma within that, I feel like there's a lot of healing happening. Yeah. Yeah, you're really stepping into like some really fierce power. I've been pulling a card from this deck, an oracle card from Centering in the Darkness, an oracle deck by Gabrielle Tesfaye, who is a Jamaican, Ethiopian, and Indian artist. Some really beautiful cards, and I just got this deck back, so I thought that I would share it with y'all. I'll put their Instagram down in the description, because they post some real intricately made art and like writing on there that you might enjoy. Okay. What new doors are opening up for pile number 3? What new doors are opening up? Opportunities are opening up for pile number 3. Now some more for the storyteller. Let me read this. Let me just find this and then read it out for you. Okay. The griot sits within a crowd of curious villagers to intently hear the inspiring tales spun within his limitless stories. The griot has seen where day meets the night on the edges of the world. He has stood on the mountain tops where the Milky Way can be seen in its entirety. He has watched the sun rise over the Indian Ocean and the moon descend into the ocean's blue bed. Griots originating from West Africa are traveling musicians, storytellers, artists, and poets, keeping the tradition of oracle storytelling alive within the culture of the people. You might be a storyteller as well. The griot comes to you now to help you in expanding your mind and imagination. You may have experienced a creative block or workflow, and you are guided to get over this hump by seeking inspiration. Sit outside and count the stars in the night and illustrate cloud formations in the day. Now is a good time to entertain and free yourself to nourish newfound creativity, be it by reading new material, going to the museum, watching films, listening to an old beloved album, or opening up an old sketchbook, or even starting a new one. You may even need your current routine to be shaken up, becoming less robotic and more eccentric. Embrace the spontaneous, let go of expectations. Overworking yourself or overthinking can at times contradict your goals. What will give true quality to your work right now is the process of its creation. Lively up and get loose. You might need to dance and move as well. You are encouraged to reapproach your creation process with new and old inspiration to give a different quality to what it is you are doing. Cool. That makes me think of the Sekhmet card as well, transmuting the old into a new form, and it's not like the new thing is completely different. The story still applies. If you watch the beginning where I spoke about the Sekhmet story, yes, there's a transmutation and a healing that happens, and it gets channeled into something different. And I'm also drawn to the sun, Ra being connected to Sekhmet, as Sekhmet was birthed out of Ra, and Ra is the creator god in in ancient Egypt. Or the sun, Nyame, to Akan, to my people, is the creator god. So you might need to connect to the energies of the sun as well. The sun has a big influence in African and even particularly West African, I was going to say mythology, but that's not the right word. Is it cosmology? You'll know what I mean. And there's spirit realm at the base of the deck. So connecting to your ancestors, connecting to the spirit realm, and music, because the griot is, like they said, a storyteller. So again, you might be needing to reactivate that side of you. You might be have that griot or storyteller spirit within you that is being called to be channeled. Even expressing your feelings, your rage, your whatever it is through your creative process. Yeah. Okay. If it gets a little dark, my apologies, but it is what it is. They said not these cards, these ones. Also just wanted to say I'm really enjoying doing these pick a cards for you all, and it's so nice to see you all comment and share, and getting your messages outside of YouTube as well has been so lovely, and I'm grateful that you all are appreciating it. And it's fun to start a little community on here, because I was getting bored of doing just collective readings or fam. I was this is boring. Okay, if you all have any suggestions for picker cards as well, feel free to let me know. Comment them down below or DM me, email me if you want to suggest a topic. If you need a personal reading, everything is down in the description as well. Okay. What new doors and opportunities are opening up for pile number 3? Wow, the Tower card just fell out on Sekhmet, and it kind of came out like reversed. So whatever like chaos or disruption or even something that you have gone through in the past that has been like really like quick and yeah, like look, like there's like this big break. The Tower card represents destruction. Destruction. So there may have been some form of destruction or something like being broken down in your life like really quickly, and that would be because the foundation was not stable. And so with that coming kind of out like that, that's over. Yeah, so there's an ending to that kind of destructive period. There's the Hierophant at the base of the deck. So I also feel like it's confirming that what's said in the Storyteller card, like your routine needs to be shaken up too, because the Hierophant can mean that, like tradition, routine. So maybe you are really breaking free from what people know of you to do, or what your family knows of you to do, or like just your general routine has been shaken up a little bit. What new opportunities are coming forth for pile number 3 for our Sekhmet pile? The Moon. What new opportunities are coming through for our Sekhmet pile? 6 of Pentacles. Just want to speak on this now already. The Moon. Some of it is hidden. So there's some things that your ancestors or the divine don't want you to know about, maybe because it'll like ruin the surprise. But I also feel like there are some things hidden within your subconscious and your emotions that you need to pay attention to, that are coming through. But yeah, there's something that they're hiding, but it does have to do with, this was at the base of the deck, Knight of Wands. It does have to do with like your creativity and exploration and your passions. So like going into that and exploring that will help that kind of come out. I don't know why I just heard midnight. I don't know what significance that would be, but like 12 is like that's like a new day. Like even though it's nighttime, it's still like a new day. I don't know if that has any significance. 6 of Pentacles. Maybe there's something that will come through to you at midnight. I don't know. Also, full moon could be significant for you. I think there's a full moon coming up at the end of next week, around like Friday or something. So maybe by that time, that new door opportunity will be open to you. Also with the 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords at the base of the deck, in the next 6 weeks to 6 months, this is the time frame for this I'm seeing. There's like an exchange that you're having. It's either like you're receiving something. I'm going to pull some more. You could also be traveling, could also be attached to like moving on from something, but let me get more specific. What new doors are opening up for pile number 3? What new doors are opening up for pile number 3? We have the Emperor, Ace of Swords. What new doors are opening up for pile number 3? This could be to do with work. something you're building. The Lovers. If you're wondering about like the Lovers, like a connection in particular, could be like a new connection or like a casual connection or something like that, or even something communication, getting communication from like something to do. Firstly, this person could be like quite energetic, or like, I don't know, like young fire sign energy, like but anyway, what's going to happen if that resonates is hidden from you at this current time, and you might need to be patient with that. As you're moving, okay, so there might be, I feel like there's clarity on a choice coming up for you, so there also might be a choice that you need to make in the future, but I feel like you receive the clarity, the conversation, or the insight that you need before you get to the choice. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like, you know that there's this choice that you're going to have to make, but maybe you don't have to decide right now. But regardless, there's a choice here and you're receiving clarity on this. If it has to do with someone else, there's a conversation that might come through. Please clarify the Moon. 4 of Cups. Please clarify 6 of Pentacles for pile number 3. The Hanged Man. Please clarify the Emperor for pile number 3. Justice just fell out reversed. Oh, 5 of Wands. You might be shown somewhere where you're kind of like emotionally blocked, and it's causing conflict when it comes to like you actually receiving. Either or you receiving or you giving, you being generous or you receiving like people's generosity, whether it has to do with a connection or relationship, work, whatever it may be. But there is a bit of a conflict here that is being kind of identified to you through your emotions and through your subconscious. So you might need to like take a break as well, a pause if you feel like you're a bit drained. You may also need to, moving forward, look at what you're sacrificing. Like if you, I don't know, you could be being over generous or something, but is there something that you need to give up in order to receive? I don't know if that makes sense. But there's a lot of the High Priestess. There's a lot of hints within your intuition. Yeah, there's 8 of Swords there. So like you might feel like restricted or sad or alone a little bit in some ways, but I feel like that's not the truth. Like your intuition is actually very strong. You might just need to like pause, take a break from any conflict, because that might just be draining you. Yeah. Please clarify the Emperor for pile number 3. Queen of Pentacles. Please clarify Ace of Swords for pile number 3. Ace of Cups reversed. Please clarify the Lovers for pile number 3. 9 of Cups. You might actually be with the King of Cups. You might be having a conversation with someone about what you're not receiving, or this could be just a conversation with yourself, like identifying like the things that are draining you. So this is like an opportunity to look at those things, look at how you can fill your cup up more. Yeah, you might be gaining clarity, like you could be working too much. And I feel like this choice that you enter into after in the future, after this clarity and insight and conversation with self or others is going to help, is going to bring you that satisfaction, fulfillment that you actually were looking for. But there's still some things kind of murky in the water, if that makes sense. And either you or someone else is kind of like, doesn't have anything to offer, but you, even if it's you might not be able to offer anything in a certain way, or feel like you can't because your cup is down, or you're drained. With the Queen of Pentacles, there's an opportunity for you to like take care of your home, take care of your routine, take care of even your business and stuff. But I feel like your creativity, whatever it may be, but I feel like it's less of an external way, like tending to things. Queen of Pentacles is like someone that really tends to like their home, their body, what they eat. So that might be something that Source is opening up for you. Sorry about the lighting, fam, but I'm just going to continue because it doesn't matter. Just want to give you the same amount of reading that I gave others. What guidance and affirmation do you have for pile number 3? What new doors and opportunities are opening up for pile number 3? Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Yeah, so out of all of this, there's this refreshing of your energies, and like a youthfulness even within your energy that's coming through. Knight of Swords at the base of the deck. Knight of Swords and Nine of Swords coming out. So you might be having some anxiety about an idea or a conversation that needs to be had. But I feel like, sorry about that, but I feel like I just feel like it's needed, you know? Yeah, Three of Swords, sorry. You might be like hurt about something as well. This could like pertain to like a new connection that's maybe like a little bit more casual, where you haven't like really established things past a certain point. And you might need to talk about your anxieties or your fears when it comes to that. If it's not a connection to do with someone else, it could just be within your own life, like entering into more exploration and creativity, and really like activating and working with your inner child. So that childlike self, or that childlike part of you that wants to explore, that wants to connect with new people, that wants to try new things, that wants to enter into this new relationship or something like that, you know. But there seems to be some anxiety there with that idea or conversation. I don't know if like you or someone else is like looking at your social media as well. Yeah, there could be someone from the past or someone that you have a connection with that you are looking at on social media, or they are looking at you. I'm going to end this reading with like one of these cards just to like close it up for you all. But I hope that that made sense. It seemed like a bit all over the place, but I guess if it resonates, it resonates. As usual, like if messages in there don't resonate, because some of them are quite specific, just leave it. What guidance and affirmation do you have to close this reading for pile number 3? Let's choose this one. Sankofa. Return and get it. History, roots, elders, culture, change. Learn from the past. Keep the future in mind. Preservation, values. So this is an Adinkra symbol, a Ghanaian Akan symbol. Sankofa translates to return and get it. It's literally something my mum used to say to me when I was little, and I would like drop something and she would like yell at me, go back and pick it up. She'd be like, Sankofa, like go back. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, okay. Scared, low-key. So it reminds me of that. It reminds me of that like exclamation of, you know, you've left something behind, return and get it. And this could be within your culture and your roots, within your ancestry. And again, we spoke about with the Sekhmet card, we spoke about trauma as well. So there could be like generational trauma, things that really need to be healed. It could be within the masculine line as well. So it could be within something that's come from there, if that makes sense. Your dad, your grandparents, whatever. Or just the masculine energy that you have been around in community, like toxic masculinity, that kind of thing. Your ancestors and source are really wanting you at this time to reclaim that, and that's something that you have the opportunity to do, not just for you, but for the future generations. There's another symbol with this that is a bird. It's holding an egg in its mouth. Its neck is looking to the back, like to behind it, but it's walking forward at the same time. So this represents like having the future generations in your mouth, being aware of that, but also keeping your eye on the past, you know, even the past that you have gone through, especially like here within relationships and stuff like that. Looking at your patterns, looking at the things that you don't want to repeat, looks like it's important. So yeah, take that time to reflect, especially when it comes to like conflict. If you are connecting with new people or wanting to, look at the things that I heard your attachments and your attachment style, but let me read the back if I can. It says, where have you and your ancestors come from? What are your roots and how do you connect to them regularly? What lessons have you learned from the past and what would you change moving forward? Is there anything you have left behind that you would like to reclaim? This can be like traditional things, cultural practices that you want to bring back in. Parts of you, you know, sometimes your creative practice or your cultural practice is again like this storytelling. Like storytelling is a cultural practice, you know. How do you tell your stories as well? What are your core values and what do you want to pass down to the community and future generations? So yeah, my loves, I will leave that there for you, pile number 3. I hope that resonated. Yeah, feel free to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. If you are drawn to another pile, feel free to watch that as well. And if not, I will see you in the next reading. Sending you all heaps and heaps of love.